mid-60s. Still a chance of showers and thunderstorms for a while, then some afternoon sun Sunday, and the high Sunday in the mid to upper 70s. Mostly sunny, near 80 for Monday. Jonesboro, that's your KLEK 102.5 FM weather.
From Feature Story News in Washington, I'm Rebecca Foster. President Trump told top Russian officials that the former FBI Director James Comey was a nut job and that firing him alleviated pressure. Julian Assange says he will not forgive and forget after Sweden decided to drop an investigation into allegations of rape against him. And Russia is alleging that civilians were killed in a recent U.S.-led coalition airstrike in Syria.
It's 12:01.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Our Thoughts on the Matter, a program offering opinions from all sides of the issues concerning local, state, and national topics of importance to the Jonesboro community. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters, donors, or sponsors.
KLEK 102.5 FM. I am Allie J. Thank you guys for joining us for Our Thoughts on the Matter. I am not Quabila, as you may have already guessed because I told you that my name was Allie, but I am hosting in her place today, and I am being joined today by Brad Dial.
Hello, how are y'all?
Also by Brother Cobbs.
Good afternoon.
Amanda Donovan.
Good afternoon.
And Miss Norma Farrell. How are you guys doing?
Fine.
That's good. Today we are going to be discussing crime in Jonesboro. Recently there were some shootings that happened, or a shooting I know at least, downtown. And some young people, one young man lost his life and some other young people were shot. What do you guys think about this?
It's kind of scary to think about, honestly. I mean, my question is, some of these people were pretty young up in that event place that wasn't even an event venue. Why wasn't the city notified, for one, that this was a venue spot? The basement, it was not even, the fire marshal actually after this event was notified. That's my question. Where was these parents at? There was a lot of 16, 17-year-old kids there.
Yeah.
That's my question, the parents. I mean, our parents is dropping the ball in this city of Jonesboro. It's the parents. I blame a lot of the parents for a lot of the things that goes on here in Jonesboro with our youth.
Right.
We don't rally together to get them anything. We don't rally together. I was told, I'm not for sure, that some of the parents are partying themselves. At a different club. You club and your kids club. Where's the responsibility?
Your parents, the children look up to you. Monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was raised where, you have a beer every once in a while, a fish fry or something, whatever, but we were still taught responsibilities. We were still taught, there's a lot of things that, I was basically raised by my grandparents. Mm-hmm. We sat down at 5 o'clock at supper, the TV went off, there was no phones, there was no nothing. And another one that's not being taught is do unto others. That's a biggie. Would you want somebody to shoot you up over something peddly? That's the way I think about things.
Now, somebody had to rent the place or see about it. The kids did not get the place.
Right.
Some adults had to get the place. And I don't know the story because I don't have teenagers anymore. But I thought, from my understanding, that it was a graduation event.
So pretty much the items that are going on with this topic is, of course, it's at was at the venue downtown called the Basement, and this place has been in business for I think a little bit over a year. Mm-hmm. So they're a registered business, so if fire marshal didn't know about it, that's a whole different topic.
Well,
it's a registered business.
It was a registered business, but he wasn't registered as a venue.
Right.
And you have to register if you're going to be to the fire marshal for a venue, an event venue, due to safety reasons.
Right. Mm-hmm. So let's touch on that. It is, even though it might not be registered, it is a venue. It's not a bar. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. It's not a bar. It is a venue. It is a place that people can gather, they can rent it out, and then use it as see fit based off of contractual agreements. So it is not a bar. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
Right.
That seems to be one of the biggest parts of this topic is, oh, there's drinking going on in Jonesboro. Okay, the place was not a bar.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
It was not a bar.
No.
No, it is not a
No,
bar.
I'm saying it was not a. It is not a bar.
Mhm.
But liquor was being.
Oh yeah, there is no question about that. I don't
But
think
kids,
any.
we've
Yeah.
been kids and we've
True.
sticked liquor at our own parties at our
True,
house. So
we
kids
smelled it.
gonna do that.
So it's a venue
I
spot
mean,
that
I'm not
was
sure.
rented out by a group of individuals under a business name. So there is a certain level of accountability that needs to be put on the place of who rented it and the renter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So who's the responsible party to pay the money to have the event? Those are the people that should have been there, supervising and monitoring that place.
Well, they was there. It's just that, like you said, kids going to be kids, and we got a kid doing grown folks things. This is what happens. Kids being kids, stuff was snuck in through the back door.
Well, that wasn't
You know.
that wasn't the reason that the murder happened, though.
I mean, it wasn't the reason the murder happened. What I was told, now, you all, this is our opinion. This is what I have a salon in the shop, and they comes in there talking. And the subject's been all week that it started on the street, and it escalated inside the building.
Into the basement.
So it wasn't the basement that is now. I'm gonna get to the venue part. It wasn't his It wasn't his responsibility to. For the shooting. It's not his fault, but it happened there. But what I'm saying, it started on the street.
Mm-hmm.
It started somewhere
They
else.
took it to that place.
And it
Yeah,
took
but
it to that place.
the videos that are floating around are all happening inside of this place. So
But
yes,
I'm
it
just
is.
saying,
There is a certain level of accountability for
Yes,
the
it
lack
is
of a
there.
better term of security that apparently was there,
Yeah.
but didn't do
I
any.
was told
You
they
know,
had security, but it wasn't police security.
Well-
so if I'm security and somebody's shooting and I don't have my vest on and everything else, I'm heading for the door myself.
I think one of the quotes for the security was, "Well, we ID people we thought looked under 18." I mean, if that's your level of security for a
That's
party
not very
venue,
secure.
that's actually
No,
pretty
They didn't
pathetic.
have police.
Everybody that goes into a building, if you ask for security, if that, what's the guy that plays for the Celtics? The little short one? Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
If Isaiah Thomas comes up there and Isaiah Thomas looks like he's 18 and he's 16, we need to see his ID. I don't care who he is and what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, he's very short and looks very young. So
I'm
don't
wa-
go by how you look.
I'm one of those.
A lot of people in trouble.
I actually got carded for a rated R movie. I'll be 30 in June. And that,
Well, I mean, but on topic, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a horrible event that happened down here. There was a lot of things that probably could have been done to be prevented on this. But then again, these young, I'm going to call them children, they made their decisions to do what they did.
Right.
They made an absolute horrible decision. They're the ones that are ultimately accountable for it. I mean, this person took somebody's life and has ruined someone's life. And there's a lot of impact and ripples that will occur from this, within that group of people. And as a community, we need to be looking out for these people, and we need to make a difference in this.
well, I'm so glad you said that. The shooter, he was actually out on bond for aggravated robbery and felony terroristic threatening from Osceola. So,
I mean, the kid had a rap sheet as
Yeah.
long as the day is long. I mean, there's no reason this kid should have been on the streets in the first place. I mean, from multiple cities across northeast Arkansas, he had a rap sheet that was everything from domestic battery to threatening to guns
Kidnapping.
to kidnapping to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And why was this kid walking around?
Exactly.
Y'all saying this kid. Come on, let's get it right
Okay,
now.
the shooter.
The shooter,
One.
KK Lane.
Well, they both had a rap
One
sheet.
of the shooters.
Yes.
Y'all talking about one of them. There
Yes.
was two shooters.
Both of them had a rap sheet.
Yes.
One of them was far more exponential than the other.
That's what I'm saying. We saying this shooter it was two shooters.
Correct.
That we know of. But I heard it was more there. They just didn't get the rounds off.
Well, they got the main one, the one that did
Main
shoot.
two. No, it was two.
Yeah, the two. They're being held accountable for what they
Let me
did.
ask this: the one who actually was arrested that tried to flee, went to Texas. Now, is he the one that's being charged with the murder?
They're both being charged with murder.
Both of them are being
Both of
charged.
them
You
being
talking about the
charged.
trigger man?
The amount of bond on the one was far greater than the other because he was pretty much the prime suspect.
One's $5 million. $5 million bond.
Lord have
So
mercy.
yeah, it means, depending on the bail bondsman, most of the time it's anywhere from 10 to 20% of whatever bond is set.
Why do you go to court? Your first court appearance, they lower it. A lot of people get out because the bond get reduced.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
And I'm with y'all. I'm like, why is this man walking around? I mean, he's got like Brad was saying, both of them rap sheets probably longer than I am tall. I think.
Well, people get out on bond. I mean,
Yeah.
watch 48 Hours. They get out on bond and they stay out, and then they go to court. They get out on bond, they stay out, and they go back to court. So that's probably what was happening with him, waiting to go to some of those events that he had done.
Okay, but at the same time, if you're being charged with one thing, I can understand. Set that bond. If they can post it, let them go free. Why are you, with multiple charges, even allowed to be out on bond? That's something that I don't understand.
No, it's because multiple charges didn't happen at the same time. There was
Yeah, there's different
and he
times.
bonds out each time.
Okay.
That's why his bond is so high now, because they don't want him out. And then his
Yeah.
bond is so high now because of his prior record.
Okay, but I'm saying, where was all this prior record?
Well, they always try to give a
Before
person a try. They always trying to give a person a chance. It's nothing for
And-
you to make yourself correct. I went to jail one time. I had to be bonded out. That's a long process. I said, I do not want to go through that again. I do not want to do that. I do not want to turn my life. But that's just me.
Yeah.
There's other people out there that feel the same way too. But then there's others. Hey, it ain't nothing but jail. I'm gonna sit there for a little bit and wait. I'll be right back out.
So maybe I want to ask everybody. It's like, we could sit here and try to regurgitate an investigation. That's not our job. We know that a horrible thing has happened, and it's going to impact a lot of people in our community. And I think really the biggest thing is, we can see the facts that have been presented to us by law enforcement and the reporting done by K8 and NEA report, and kudos to them.
Yes.
But what does everybody think? Why would this person should have probably never had the opportunity in the first place for this to occur?
But see, that's not Jones's responsibility.
That was Osceola.
That was Osceola.
Well, he had rap sheets from Jonesboro too, and KLEK County. not just Osceola in other parts of Northeast Arkansas.
But like I said, they always try to give a person a try, and then I'm sorry, they set court dates 3 to 4 months apart, and
You get time to do other things in between, especially if you're a criminal.
So at what point do you go, this kid gets no more tries? Because
Well, strike
Come on.
3, you automatically go to the pen. I do know that.
yeah, and I think he was on strike 12. So
Yeah.
at what point do we say that this kid should have never been out here doing this in the first place?
I can't just say, I'm not for what he has done, but I'm just saying that some people just can look the part, feel sorry, and they let them,
It's the
maybe a
system.
chance.
You
Right.
can get through the system. Some people work their way through the system like anything else.
Right. So
And that's what he's done ever
as a society, at what point do we start having to stop playing damage control and be preventative?
They set the laws as we can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless we go and rally the courtroom, but they set the laws, they don't abide by them.
I know buzz around town was like more gun control. Let's make it to where we have no guns in the city limits. Some people I've been talking to, and I tell them first and foremost, I said, look at the cities who has gun control. They are one of the highest ranking in the nation due to per capita with deaths and crime.
But the woman stabbed somebody in the house.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them. The first thing in my mouth is Cain and Abel. He killed his brother with a rock.
Yeah,
Yep.
so we're gonna be done. You can beat him with a stick. It's just. I'm going back to the parenting. It's just gotta start at home. I know when a kid grow up, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do and do what they want to do whatsoever. But if you distill good value in a child, there's some corrupt kids out there who will try to corrupt your good values. But you put that in there deep enough, eventually the light gonna come back on. They're gonna go back to the values what what they was taught.
Like
And
I
that's
tell
what
them,
it is. What are they being taught? What values are parents teaching their kids? Because if they taught them the value of life, this sort of thing wouldn't happen as often.
Well,
These.
Well,
Yeah,
that
these sort of
kid
things,
was
yeah.
just that one that probably, and I'm not saying that his parents did teach it. Hopefully they did. But
Pray so.
the other kids that were there, they were the victims. They were not the bad kids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how can you separate your kids? You can't say, well, here are all these good kids over here. This is where I want you to be. Because some of those good kids may turn just do things that the bad kids do.
Well,
So
bad kid
that's
gonna do
just
it.
life.
The bad kid don't go where the good kids are. You know, it's just good and evil. Evil gonna try to turn good around.
right.
And just,
So he was just a victim in a circumstance that was just unforeseeable. And we're sorry that happened to him, but that's life. We can walk out here now and
My question is what the argument started over. Why did he ultimately get shot? I know we'll probably never know. Was it over drugs? Was it over a girl? What was it over?
ain't nobody.
whatever it wasn't enough to take a person's
That's
life.
right.
It wasn't.
Nobody never came up with that answer.
And I think the shooter, he was not even targeting this young man. I don't think he was just got shot.
A crowd
Wrong
of
place
people.
in a crowd of people. Yeah.
Because I was told that the one he was shielding behind, hiding behind shooting, somebody else shot the dude in front of him in the chest. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I think part of the article was is that he ran out and he reloaded. If I actually read that correctly. So, yeah,
They
this
said
kid came in with a
They said there was
purpose.
more than those two guns there.
Yeah.
I was listening to it that Sunday morning. He said it's more guns out here than a little bit. I mean, they said big guns was there.
So think about that. You know, if we have security, I mean, you just don't sneak in guns. I mean, if they're actually doing
like
security,
he would have never got in there.
it would have probably not gotten into the building. Now you said it correct. It started outside and apparently spilled in, but where? I mean,
Who was standing at the door guarding the door?
right?
They didn't come.
Well, true. There's stories, and if anybody knows
Or
the
however
building,
many doors it was, it should have been.
if anybody knows
if
the
it was
building,
5
there's
doors,
a
you should have security at 5 doors.
yeah, there's a main entrance, and there was a back parking lot entrance. If anybody's ever remembered, this place has been multiple restaurants, things like that. So there were multiple entrances to this. So yes, I've heard that they were letting them in the back, of course, but you know, I mean,
Somebody should have been there at the back.
exactly. There was definitely measures not taken that were lax and overlooked. Maybe accidentally, maybe purposely by the people that were hosting.
Yeah, those are the people that the accountability comes back to. Not so much as what the kids did, and yeah, it is a big deal that he killed somebody, but the people that got the building, they should have been there for security. If they weren't going to do it themselves, hire somebody.
And I'm trying to just piece some of this together. The people who got the building, how old were they? Because
Part of the article said they were like a group of mid-20s individuals, so not much older than the people that were there.
yeah, that's what I was saying. So we can't expect them to have made the adult decision.
Why can we not?
They're adults.
Why can we not expect someone that can put money forward to rent a venue? It is their sole purpose to make $1 off of these other people. Why can we not hold them accountable?
That is a good point.
Because with venues typically like this, they actually, and I say in my experience, most venues like this, you have to put up insurance, you have to put up a deposit, you have to put up and everything like that for an
Y'all
event.
said that last week. There's no place in Jonesboro. There's places in Jonesboro you can rent it. You don't have to put up insurance.
Typically,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of places in Jonesboro. I mean, excuse me, I don't like to call name, but one school you don't, but one school we did. One school didn't put up $1 million insurance policy, but the other school we didn't even have to sign a policy. You know, that's what a lot of clubs, a lot of places you rent do not have that insurance policy. They do not. Maybe if they would have it, probably something probably wouldn't be done because
Be so
it's
easy. It
expensive.
might be so easy, not so easy to get.
Right.
And maybe I want to put this out there too. It's like, you know, I throughout the years I've come to know a lot of people downtown, and this is not normal behavior of downtown Jonesboro. It really is not. I mean,
It's not. Okay.
there's a good group
Look at
of
what
people.
Look at what it was.
Well,
So those young people, the adults And 90% of adults know how to act. We're there for a reason, to celebrate, have a little drink, socialize, and go ahead on. Those people was there, they had an agenda.
Right, and the reason I say that is so...
And it was young.
Because...
How you going to mix young people with old people without there being a problem?
Yeah, well, there's so much stigma of, okay, we have downtown, and downtown has restaurants that have alcohol. And there's always the stigma of that, but this is not standard behavior of downtown Jonesboro. No. It's not. I mean, there is actually a good group of community of people down there that try to make the best out of downtown Jonesboro.
What I just said earlier?
Yeah.
Evil follows good.
It's true. So, I mean, and I want people to think about that is because it's... That is not really what happens down there. This was a very unique situation that occurred, a bad situation, and it is not the standard practice of our downtown community.
Which could have occurred anywhere.
Exactly. It could have happened across town. It could have happened anywhere in this community.
Because, like I said, the lack of security, the type of the crowd, the young people that was doing it, the hype music that was played, although my nephew was the DJ, but still the hype music that was played, and all that takes a part into this situation. I'm not saying this, I'm not up for the shooter at all.
I had to cut you off, but we're going to be right back in just a minute with more community conversations.
And if everybody feels free, call in. We can sit here and talk about what we think, but we'd love to hear from everybody else.
Give us a call, 870-882. Oh, I'm getting my stuff on them. 870-277-1080. Give us a call or give us a comment on our Facebook page.
Or YouTube.
Or YouTube. Okay, Miss Farrell, throw yours in there. Everybody
call in like I do every day. 67 days a week.
You're listening to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jen with your KLEK Learn Spanish Minute. So one of the things that's indicative of Spanish culture is the tapa, and that basically just means finger food. In the simplest form, that's basically what it means. So some of my favorite tapas are you ready?
Okay.
Tortilla de patata.
Tortilla de, say it again.
Tortilla de patata.
De patata.
Yes, can you guess what that is?
I'm assuming that's potato chips.
No, it's actually, well, it's called a Spanish tortilla, but it's a Spanish omelet, so it's got eggs.
Oh, cool.
And also about the tapas, it's actually a serving of food that is free with a beverage, and that's really prominent in southern Spain. So another tapa is you can get little servings of paella.
Paella.
Yes, paella. That's basically just a rice stew. So you've got things like fish, rice, saffron, vegetables, all mixed together. It's delicious.
I bet.
And that is paella.
Paella.
Yeah. And then the last one, I personally don't like it, pulpo.
Pulpo.
Yes.
And I hope that didn't screw that up and turn it into something.
No, you're good. And that is octopus.
I'll pass.
Yeah, me too. I'm Jen, and that was your Learn Spanish Minute on KLEK 102.5 FM.
When a woman gives her all to her boyfriend, she is hopeful about the future. Marriage was in her future plans until she received some shocking news. Now, with her dreams shattered and life altered, she has to pick up the pieces and move forward. It was in this experience that she realized that love has no protection. KLEK 102.5 FM and Massey Productions presents the inspirational gospel stage play, Love Has No Protection, a story that will inspire you, renew and reaffirm your faith, featuring performers from all over Arkansas, Texas, and Louisiana. One big show, 7 p.m., Saturday, June 24th, at the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium. Tickets are $10 in advance, $15 at the door, and can be purchased at KLEK, Cool Cuts, online at www.klekfm.org or by calling 870-277-1080. Bring the entire family Saturday, June 24th to the Arkansas State University Student Union Auditorium to see Love Has No Protection. the Inspirational Gospel Stage Play, 7 p.m. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
Just added a special 3 o'clock p.m. matinee show. That's right, now it's going to be 2 shows, 3 o'clock p.m. and 7 o'clock p.m. The hit gospel stage play, Love Has No Protection, coming to the ASU Student Union Auditorium June 24th. Don't miss it.
The Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was chartered on June 29, 1975 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. AKA was founded on a mission comprised of 5 basic tenets, which are to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, promote unity and friendship amongst college women, study and help alleviate problems concerning girls and women in order to improve their social stature, maintain a progressive interest in college life, and be of service to all mankind through programs of educational enrichment, health promotion, family strengthening, environmental ownership, and global impact. More information about the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated is available at Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
We are back with our thoughts on the matter. I am Allie J, and I'm still being joined by Mr. Brad Dow, Brother Cobbs, Miss Amanda, and Miss Norma.
We back.
Yeah, we are back. And
we still would like for you all to call in. Give us a call at 870-277-1080, and we'd be glad to hear your thoughts on
this matter. Yes, and the topic that we're discussing today is crime in Jonesboro.
Not only what happened this weekend, but the crime in Jonesboro. So you have any?
It's pretty high. I mean, it's crazy. It's totally different from when I was younger. I mean, I was born and raised here. I mean, I would not have a second thought to let my kid play out in the yard when I was little. You know, I was go play out in the yard. Mm-hmm. Me, myself, and I now, I wouldn't even turn loose of my kids to go play in the backyard unless I am sitting right there.
And see, I feel just the opposite. I've lived here all my 66 years, and I'm not afraid of Jonesboro. And I know Jonesboro is going to grow. We hear this all the time. Well, it's not the people from Jonesboro. You can't hold and stop progress. You can't stop people from coming to town. You can't stop people from building factories and more people coming from all over the world here. So you're going to have good people, the bad, the ugly, all that comes to Jonesboro. So you might as well get ready to strap on your boots and do what you got to do. Live your life.
Mm-hmm. You gotta live your life.
You're not gonna stop crime. It's gonna happen. People are gonna move in. They're gonna be here, and you want them to come. You want progress to happen.
Right.
You want people to be. We don't own the town because we live here and because we've been here forever. So you just have to just kind of you're surrounded, watch it. I sit on my deck all day long, all night long if I want to. I'm not afraid. I just watch my surroundings and do what I do.
If you see something abnormal, feel free to call the police department. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do is help protect our neighbors. And if it just seems off the wall to you,
not right, call them, let
them know. That's what they're here for.
Yeah. Don't stop your life because of crime, because it's going to be.
It's going to be here.
You'll be behind bars and not them.
Yeah, live your life.
But but the crime rate, like I said, it is high here in Jonesboro. But as you said, where there's progress, you're going to have growing pain. Maybe the police department have not caught up with the growing pain just yet of the type of people that we are in fluctuating here in Jonesboro. But I'm telling you, they're not going to stop coming.
They're not.
Stop coming. So
and you don't want them to stop coming.
No, we don't want them to stop coming. We want their money. We want their taxes. We want all this here.
You want the industry. You want the good school teachers. You want the good professors at ASU. You want all this. It comes with. You just don't say, well, this group of people that's coming and don't do. They're going to be this way, and they're not going to do this. And this group of people, we're all in this thing together.
We can't be like the president. And send them folks, stop them from coming over and all that. We can't do that.
You can't stand at the city of Jonesboro and say, let me see your ID. I need to know where you live, where you come from, what you did before you got here.
We'll have to give a good amount of credit to Jonesboro Police, though. They did handle the situation, I feel, extremely well, and we all know from the last 6 months to a year that their staffing has been shorter than they have wanted it. And I think have they not gotten back up to full staff? Does anybody remember? Are we back at full staff?
They're close. Yeah, they were close. They hired all the time. Yeah. Whether they stay or not, that's a different story.
So do you guys feel like we need more, or?
I think we need more officers in tougher sentences.
I think we need more.
And good Lord.
More officers that are not bullies.
Right.
Too many bully officers here. And they just because they put that badge and that gun on, they think they're a god.
I think in general, we just, I think first off, we got to realize that there are people in this world, no matter whether they're an officer or whatever walk of life they are, they're just bad people, in general, and people are people. Now, do we want officers to be that way? No, but there are far more good than there are the bad. You just hear about the bad.
Always more good.
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes discussions.
Yes, Miss Allie.
I feel like we need more training for these officers because it wasn't that long ago that I was little bitty living at home with my auntie and everything. I don't remember an influx of crime like how it is now back then.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and I feel like, yeah.
You see it more. You're out more.
Well, think about it like this. In the matter of 17, 18 years, Jonesboro has grown in a matter of 18 to 22,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to happen. I mean, we could all sit here and say, well, I remember when things like this didn't happen. Well, they did. It just wasn't. It wasn't as openly communicated with social media and things like that. It wasn't as instantaneous. But an influx of going on, 50-something thousand to 72 that we're at now. I mean, that's a lot of growth in a matter of 17, 18 years.
Growing pains.
So we're going to see things like this happen, and we have to learn to adapt as a community to handle it.
So I think that goes.
But that is a good idea, Miss Allie. Training never hurts nobody. I mean, it is good money spent.
Whatever is going to happen.
So I went to that Police Citizens Academy class, and they talked, the police and chief and all, they talked about the training that they do give. So maybe it's not enough because they are constantly updating and training them. Mm-hmm. That's what they tell us.
They got to because
the changes happening every day.
Updating and changing.
Yeah.
The criminals are updating and changing.
And like you said about the bully police, you still have those police that because of that badge and that gun, they step overboard. Mm-hmm. And you even with just looking face to face with one of them, and when they get out there, it's a different story.
It's a different story.
So that has a lot to do with it too. Mm-hmm. On their training business and all, they can go to that class and get that document, but when they go back out there in the real world, it's something else. Because you talk to people about how they're being treated. Still, they have that, mm-hmm. And they still do wrong.
All right. Well, does anybody out there want to call and comment? And I mean, this is a huge topic about what's going on in Jonesboro. How do you feel about what's happening in Jonesboro with this? We would love to hear from you.
No, give us a call, 870-277-1080.
You can call anonymously. You can give us a call. Like I was telling someone in my shop the other day, the social media is good. But why would you want to put everything on social media? That's a lot of reasons why the young man got caught. Because of social media, what he was placing on there, the tower was pinging wherever he was at, texting, then we went to him.
Well, he was taunting the people. I mean, he was actually, in my opinion, he was flaunting it. He was gloating about it. And then when it started being targeting him, then his demeanor completely changed. Oh, I didn't do it. Oh, I didn't do it.
Well, the social
and then
media
you
was
ran.
good for that time because they needed
good for that time.
Yeah.
It was good for that time.
Yeah.
And then he ran.
But it's just dumb. Like, why would you? If you know that you're going to be on the run, why in the world?
What did you say? What was that first? What's the third word you said? The second word you said is dumb.
Dumb. Okay.
And, talking about that and the way this person portrayed what his acts on social media, and there were people defending him. Now, this person has taken someone's life, and there are people out there actually defending him, and I don't get that.
I wonder if they're in denial.
I really don't get that. How can you defend someone taking life?
That's my boy.
Miss Amanda, I honestly think that that's what it is. It's a denial thing. You don't want to believe that somebody that you love and that you care about
Could
will
do
be
that.
capable of doing such a thing.
Well, I'm sorry. If that would be my kid or have been my husband, I'm sorry. I'm not going to defend you. If you're in the wrong, you are in the wrong.
No, but the way the young people think today, that's my boy.
Oh, we have a
that's my
call.
boy.
Hello.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Turn your radio down.
Actually, for the cause, my radio is actually off.
What's up, Kato? Wonder.
Well, I wanted to put this out there, and the panel maybe could discuss this. I'm actually driving. This whole thing, let's talk about how the community has responded to the shooting as far as, like, on a variety of perspectives. On one hand, you've got one group of people who say, oh, Jonesboro's turning into Little Memphis or Little Blyville. Some people just are quick to jump to conclusions. Oh, this criminal element is coming from out of town, from other places, ruining our quote-unquote good city, bringing this there. And then you got other folks who, well, no, it's not like this. These are people who didn't have, who just chose to take a bad path in life that are committing these type of atrocities. So I just kind of wanted to get the panel's thoughts on the community reaction, just from some of the things that you heard, some of the things that you see. Like, for example, on social media, across whatever page that you may have to be looking on, you see people who have responded in different ways about this incident and what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and hang up and leave it there, and I'm going to go ahead and click the app back on because I'm driving and hear what you guys have to say.
All right. And please be safe driving. I don't know if you heard me at that point, but I want him to be safe driving and talking on the phone.
I think in general what we're saying is, kind of what we were trying to touch on is how has the community reacted to this? I mean, first off, we would love to hear your phone calls on how you reacted to this, most definitely. But
I know there was a lot of shock. I mean, wow, we cannot believe this happened downtown, like you were saying earlier. Yes, there is places where you can get to drink and have a good time downtown, sing karaoke and all that good stuff, and pretty much there's hardly any trouble downtown. It's shocking to some people.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked it happened.
It's just because it's downtown.
It happens all around town. And people talk about, well, the north side this, the north side that. But it happens around town everywhere you go.
And that's another thing. They want to focus on North Jonesboro. North Jonesboro is where the railroad track, that's where North Jonesboro stops, over the bridge. This was on the other side of the bridge. So I don't know why it's North Jonesboro.
And not too long ago, over the bridge down here at Walgreens, we had to shoot 'em up bang bang for about $200 at Walgreens down the street. Across the street from the hospital.
Too, I guess.
No. Across the street from Jonesboro Hospital.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything I've seen kind of out there in the social media world, I mean, like you said, I think most people have really, and from what I could see, most people are reached out. Most people are feeling that, hey, this is where we live, and we hate that this happened. It's been few and far between from what I've seen of people that are actually on the completely opposite end of the spectrum of, we hate that this happens, and there's people that are really, what I've seen, have defended this kid, and they want to throw the blame on everybody else other than this kid that pulled the trigger. And I don't get that. I mean, I'd love to hear somebody's take on that, but I don't see how you can
I couldn't
argue
that point. I just couldn't see his side of things. You took another life.
And again, I have seen people outreach. I mean, there's people that are doing prayer vigils, and they've tried to reach out to these families and counselings, whichever. But I mean, I've seen people trying to actually group together and help out the people that were affected by this. That's what I've seen now.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, we're all neighbors. We're brothers and sisters in the eyes of the Lord. Why? How could you do that to another human being? Nothing's worth that.
And actually, one topic I wanted to bring up, you mentioned that, people are only really saying, well, not really only saying this, but they're pointing out that this happened in this particular location.
Yes, the north side of Jonesboro.
If I read some of the articles correctly, the same group that rented this venue out also had a very strong altercation at another place that they rented out, which was out on Airport Road. I'm not going to say business names just because we don't want to do that, but they actually had police disturbances and fighting. I want to say it was a stabbing at a previous venue that they had rented out. So is kind of the trend following this group that is renting out these facilities?
Well, I can say that because some of the young men that's in that group are some very, very good young men. So I don't know why I won't give them the stigma that
it's their fault.
Right. But it's just when you get a lot of young people together, drinking is involved, you're gonna have problems.
Well, so and again,
See,
they're good people, them personally.
What I'm saying, they were trying to give a place for the people to go and have a good time.
Right. Now, did they not take enough measures to keep? Were they not proactive enough to keep things like this to a certain level of happening?
What age you said they were?
It must have been 18.
Mid 25.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the group?
Mid 20. So
right.
How much did you know at 25?
Oh no, I mean I know. I'm asking the question. Were they preventative enough? Did they take measures?
How much did you know at 25?
That's a good point. I
knew a lot for 25, but I wasn't your typical 25-year-old though.
But would you have known, like he said, to go get insurance?
Yeah.
Get that? No.
Yeah, I've done it. I know.
I mean, you've done it since you've been okay.
Yeah.
You wasn't a party girl. These are party people.
No, I was business oriented.
Well, that's a great statement. These are party people. Well, I think they probably know what happens at parties, so they should have known. If they're those types of people, they should know what can occur.
You know what can occur, but how many party people really legally do something until something like this happens?
That's my point.
And why didn't the venue itself step up and say, you need this, you need that? And it's not just for
the venue, it should be the city ordinance.
Right.
Ordinance to say, you need a policy.
Right.
You need security. You need that should be
right.
That should be a citywide.
Right. And I do agree with you.
For building like that. I mean, if I got a baseball game going on, it still should be security after the baseball
right.
game. You know.
Oh, we all know some parents that start. I know I had one.
Security we need security here in this city. And anything you do, maybe except church. Now, they're getting kind of bad there too, but, well, okay.
She's like, we ain't bringing security up in church.
We need security. I mean, I'm just saying, you don't need that pat down. You need actual security when you go into a lot of places today. I mean, I don't care if you pat me down. It's for the security of everybody else. You know, but
don't protect my life and your life.
Don't skip her.
And let me pay attention. No. What if that had never happened? What if that event, that incident had never happened? And they would have did it again, and they would have did it again. It only takes one person to make this kind of activity. Just one. If he had never been there, it would have never happened. The party would have gone on and they would have did what they was going to do. Right. They'd have been back down there this weekend at the basement. Somebody would have. It just took that one person.
Still wouldn't have that insurance policy.
So crime is going to happen. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have that. He was just the one that day at that time and it happened.
As long as everybody's having a good time and nobody's getting hurt, that's, I'm all for that. But when people start dying,
people want to live their life.
People start getting hurt. That's a different story.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't care what venue you have, there's crime.
Bill Street in Memphis, Tennessee. Same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, he said on the phone that people have made the comments, well, Jonesboro is becoming little X, little Y,
Little Memphis. I hear it all day long. Little Memphis.
No, we are not. I do not feel that we are becoming that. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I believe we are six.
No, I don't.
I believe we are six finger to some of these cities. don't know what's some. I'm not calling the city name, but we're acting now. We begin to act now like some of the larger cities.
Mm-hmm.
Jonesboro is growing. Like I said, it's growing. It's getting populated. Crime is growing. Education.
Drug
is growing.
rates.
All this is growing at a rate that we are not ready for. It's speedballing. You know, and then like the convention center. He started going on with it. He got lawsuits against him, but he started going on. It might deter you, but you're going to keep going. Crime going to deter us, but we got to keep going. Got to keep moving.
People are not going to not move to Jonesboro because of that incident. They're going to still come.
That's right.
We're going to still live here.
And if you choose not to come to Jonesboro because of that incident, you're missing out.
Well, you might not live anywhere in the world because there's crime everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
put your bars up. You be behind bars.
Don't cheat yourself in your life because of crime. You know, live it. Just, you know, you're surrounded.
What you got to say?
I'm just looking around. I'm just listening to everybody. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think Jonesboro is its own unique entity. Actually, I would. You know, I've been to a lot of those other cities. I've grown up from a city in Pine Bluff that was. I grew up in Pine Bluff. You know, riddled with crime. You know, it completely went downhill, and I do not feel like Jonesboro is anything like that. I mean, we have progress. We grow. We're number 4, number 3 city in the state of Arkansas, and we're steadily growing. Commerce is coming here, so I'm like you. I don't think this incident is going to deter that. But then again, like you said, we've said it over and over. Growing pains. It's going to happen. It is going to happen, but then, you know, we've got to look for the accountability. We've got to be preventative on a lot of things too.
And on that note, we are going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Our Thoughts on the Matter.
You're listening to Our Thoughts on the Matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Black Health Now. As a child, you may have had a sore throat, gotten your tonsils removed, and eaten a bowl of ice cream. Today, it's likely your kids will get the sore throat and ice cream, but they'll keep their tonsils. Science now knows that tonsils, those little growths at the back of the throat above the tongue, are helpful in filtering out bacteria and viruses. If they get infected, they'll cause discomfort, but they're worth preserving. Kids infect each other during school and play. Hand washing is the best prevention. Infected tonsils are now treated with antibiotic therapy. To identify whether your child has tonsillitis, look for a bad sore throat, painful swallowing, fever, tender throat glands, or loss of voice. Tonsillitis should be treated by a health professional, not mom or dad. I'm Alexis Comer for Black Health Now.
Black Health Now.
Black Health Now is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Support for KLEK is brought to you by
the 17th Annual Arkansas Delta Family Gospel Fest, May 20th at the Cherry Street Pavilion in Helena, Arkansas. The festivities kick off at noon with the Sounds of Fullness of Joy Choir. Gospel nationally known rapper, songwriter, producer, and pastor from Real Preachers of Atlanta, Canton Jones. Headline performer and Grammy winner, Erica Campbell of Mary Mary. For information, deltaculturalcenter.com or 870-338-4350. Gospel Fest is brought to you by Delta Cultural Center, the Department of Arkansas Heritage, and the National and Cultural Resources Council.
The key to making this station even better could be parked in your driveway right now. Donate your old car to us, you'll get a tax deduction, and we'll tow it away for free.
Go to klekfm.org for more information.
Hey, Hey, what's up, Jonesboro? This is Hezekiah Walker. I'm so blessed to be on the radio here at KLEK 102.5 FM. Join me for the Hezekiah Walker Show every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 o'clock a.m., right after Community Conversations, and every Wednesday night right after your local church Bible study at 8 o'clock p.m. Jonesboro, join me, Hezekiah Walker, and give every praise to our God on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Hezekiah Walker. It's the Hezekiah Walker Show.
And now back to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM.
KLEK 102.5 FM. This is Allie J. We actually have a new panelist on here with us. We have Brother Boyd. He is here with us right now. How are you doing, Brother Boyd?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. And we are still discussing crime in Jonesboro. If you would like to call in and leave your opinion, this is your last chance. Give us a call, 870-277-1080. Anybody got something they want to say about crime in Jonesboro?
Compare us, Brother Boyd. Compare us.
Yeah, because you're from Little Rock.
Well, coming from Little Rock,
make it short.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it short. Now, coming from Little Rock is a small city. You know, being in Arkansas is considered one of the biggest cities in Arkansas. And right now, we, as a crime standpoint, our crime has doubled through the years. This year alone, we up to about 25 homicides already, and that's double from 2016. And the things around, it's not. I'm not trying to say Little Rock is not a a very violent city. It's not that. It's just that we have we have repeat offenders, things like that. So that's where your crime come from, is from your repeat offenders and other, aspects.
So you're
like
saying
that.
that our judicial system is not tough enough on the offenders?
Yes, in a way, because I say small crimes, you don't have to go to jail all the time, but if you do something major like killing folks, shootings like that, you need to be off the street.
But small crime leads up to a lot of big crimes. So why not nip it in the bud when it's small? You give them enough time when they're small. I mean, they give you 10 years, but you only got to do it 2. Give them what they deserve.
I've actually known somebody to have 9 different aliases, knock her great aunt in the head, steal her checkbook, wrote $5,000 worth of hot checks, and got 60 months suspended sentences. And that was one of my worst renters to get out of my trailer park.
That doesn't match the crime. You know what I'm saying? Is the sentence?
Well, you're judicial, like you said. Those people are the ones that need to be held accountable.
Really?
But I have noticed that I've been, I always keep up with stuff around here in Jonesboro. I have noticed that, the crime has been on the rise here because, when I was looking at, matter of fact, last Saturday, when Jonesboro A-State just graduated, and then downtown they had a shooting, and I was like, wow, and I had some friends that was probably in the area at the time because they celebrated because they graduated. So, but yeah, I have seen that it has been an increase here.
I thought that's what that celebration was supposed to be related to, a graduation.
Yeah,
where the murder
was, but then I heard it
wasn't.
Yeah, per the articles, that's what they said it was for.
Yeah.
It was their annual graduation party. That's what it said in the paper, or not the paper, but on the NEA
I've
report.
heard it from some source. I don't know exactly where I got it from.
Like, matter of fact, you want to not look at it. I'm gonna have a graduation party. It ain't gonna start until 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Graduation party starts about like 8 o'clock. Everybody come from eating and going out to eat and just lead into something else. 10 o'clock to start something for a young person.
That's what it was reported as.
When I graduated high school, I was 17 years old. My curfew was 11 o'clock at night. My graduation party, my mother, if I would have been home at 11:02, oh my word. Where were these people's parents? Still.
And don't Jonesboro have a curfew for 18-year-olds, under 18-year-olds?
I don't know. Now, I graduated from Jonesboro High in 1969, and what we had, they called it an all-night party. and it lasted all night.
Right.
But you had chaperones at each event that you went to, and the city was aware. Police officers were.
Right.
But they seen you out and about that if you didn't have a cap and gown on or whatever, you knew you had something to identify that you were at a graduation party. They went on to the next morning. I don't know of an incident that happened, and in the last 15 or 20 years that they had that, I don't even know if they have
They
it.
still have them, but they don't have it like we had it, like you said, all night.
So what's wrong? The people are still graduating. So what's the difference in 20 years ago in having a party and now in having a party? And having chaperones there and doing, because 18 is 18.
Social media.
Values have changed.
Yeah.
True. Values have changed. What people think is important has definitely changed.
What you wanted for your girl and little boy at 18, you don't want it 20 years ago, you don't want it for him now?
But I do.
Well, I do too.
I do.
So where did the change
Social
come in?
media. Everybody wants to be, quote unquote, like the people on TV. They don't know what those people went through. They don't know what the people got to go through to get where they are. They don't know what the women did. They don't know what the guys had to do.
Well, from what you just said, it sounds like our role models in society are completely different. We have these people that we think is a goal to strive to be, and
how many of them reach that? You know?
Exactly.
But you know, that goes back to when you was talking about that curfew. Little Rock, at certain places, they place a curfew for teenagers. They can't be out without a chaperone. They parents
I think Jones
at a later time. You know.
Now whether they put it in effect or not, they have one.
When they want it to be in effect.
And see that, and you know,
if they see a gang of people, they might stop them. But just one person by themselves, you don't have to do it.
And you know, like I know one of our malls, Park Plaza, they just issued a major, curfew because going back to social media, a lot of the kids would go up there just to gather and then have fights. So they brought that down because of that, because they was tired of having that problem.
I was told about social media also was that on this incident, the person, but it was in the paper, everybody seen it. Can I bring my gun? And the dude said, yes, you can bring your gun to the gathering. But then the dude came back and said, no, I didn't say that. I did not tell him he could bring his gun. Okay, which one are you going to believe? It's on social media. It's on his Facebook page.
I mean, at what point is a gun part of your outfit for the evening?
Well, I'm one of those weird people.
Maybe it was a costume party. No, you're not taking this real serious, but when you have a permit to carry, I mean, that's your permit to carry.
I think it's a whole different ball game, though.
Yeah, that's not for an 18-year-old party.
No.
No.
I can't see the reason why you would need a gun for a party for a group of 18-year-olds.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm just old-fashioned.
But my question is, why did the 18-year-old have a gun, though?
Oh, it was a
It was something that had happened somewhere else, and they bought it to them. It was just an innocent,
Big dog, little dog, got his pride hurt, so I'm gonna come take care of it to your face.
Well, I would like to thank our panel, Mr. Brad, Brother Cobbs, Brother Boy joining us later in the show, Miss Amanda and Miss Norma Farrell. Thank you guys for listening to our thoughts on the matter
on KLEK.
See you next week.
And if you have anything that you would like to talk about, send it to the radio station. You can give us a call, 870-277-1080, and we'll be glad to see if we can put it on our thoughts on the matter.
Yes.
And I would like to thank our underwriters and our listeners and the radio station for having us. It's your turn.
Again, yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Of course, we are a group of individuals just discussing what we think, but we'd like to hear what you think, too. So feel free, call us, let us know, and we'd love to discuss it with you.
You can keep on put your matters on Facebook. We will get a chance to read them.
Thank you for listening to our thoughts on the matter on KLEK 102.5 FM. a program offering opinions from all sides of the issues concerning local, state, and national topics of importance to the Jonesboro community. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters, donors, or sponsors.